Right now,
Guess who? Nobody got nothing on us.
you're locked in to the greatest station, GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE.
I don't know how to quit. They been jumping shit. I ain't really worried about war. I ain't even worried about miss. I'ma be more than rich. Two-step and Gucci slide. I don't even know what I miss. I've been serving assists. My whole life perplexed. Gotta stay consistent. Living inside my pants. Bet you won't see no link. She better me like link. She wanna take more trips. She got a friend and she wanna come, but I don't know nothing about that bitch. Been dealing with envious niggas and plugs. I can't do nothing about that shit. Hey, I gotta get to the money. I know the game can be a little dirty. Hey, need me a meal by the time that I'm 30. I'm like 100.
This your boy Grizz,
And I'm your main man, Greenbag.
and this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE show, powered by
Unanimous. Yes, indeed. Wednesday to Wednesday to Wednesday. We back at it. I'm glad to be back in the studio. You don't dig what I'm saying? Shit, I've been at the house. It's cold over here. You know what I'm talking about? Babies. You know what I'm talking about? Who they? A lot of stuff going on. So we finally made it back to the studio and we feel like we home again. So let's give myself a round of applause. Yes, indeed. Raise the motherfucking roof. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, we got a special show tonight. The whole month, Black History Month. You know what I'm talking about? I wanted to give black men, influential black men in our city, they props. We don't say flowers. That's some me that was the gang, Wallow and Gilly the Kid type stuff. Shout out to them, but no, we don't do that. We on some other stuff. Same stuff, but other stuff. But before we get started with that, Irie the Aries, she out being the diva that she doing. You know what I'm talking about? She the main one that was talking about this interview, the experience she had down here, and blah 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 blah. Boy, we couldn't stop her from talking about a brunch at Copa. I think we talked about a brunch at Copa for 2 or 3 months. You know what I'm talking about? But before we get into that, let's give Tyann, damn, Capri. I'm sorry, I've been chiefing. You know what I'm talking about? Tyann Capri, a round of applause. You know what I'm talking about? She made it back in. We're doing this, that, and the third. How was your Wednesday to Wednesday? Matter of fact, you wasn't here last Wednesday either. You went to dinner. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's a damn shame that I don't pay you niggas. If I paid you niggas, you might show up. So I'm trying to elevate my game so I can pay you guys. You know what I'm talking about? We won't have these problems. But I ain't going to prolong this too long because my man got so much to do. You know what I'm talking about? But he's one of the guys that I noticed influential in the city that's been putting it down for a minute. You know, what is that? What the hell? That is funny, man. Y'all ought to hear myself in here. But anyway, this guy right here, man, is an influential guy of the city. You've seen him on the net, all over, man. He's doing big things. I'm anxious to see what he got going on, you know, for the future. Like I said, Black History Month, man. Let's give a loud round of applause for this man right here, Jrodg and Jrodg Productions. Can we get a loud round of applause? You know what I'm talking about? Give him a double applause. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I'm for real with that, man, because like I said, man, you've been putting it down for a minute, man. What's up with you? How you doing? Hello? Okay, I can't. Hey, producer, it sounds like
Why y'all sound like chipmunks?
Yeah, we sound like chipmunks. I don't know. But hey man, this is fucking with me. Hey man. But anyway, back to you, Mr. Jrodg. I want to know, man, where you get your hustle from, man? When you jump off the porch and just say, hey, let me put Cincinnati on my back. Was there anybody influence you to get into the promotion game and master it like you have?
It's either we don't work, we don't eat. So, I always say, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, me and T.I., I used to go to their parties when I was like 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the men
I
of
used to go to
T.I.
their parties. R.I.P. Marty, Greg, and Trev, they used to do the joint down to Phoenix. I used to see those. I always was a party, man. My family was a party family. But, I didn't set out to say, well, I want to do this, and that. I kind of just fell into it, and then once I got into it, I was like, well, damn, this might be my ministry. So, and they kept telling me everybody get their 15 minutes. I'm just trying to back my 15 minutes up.
Shit, you doing a good job of it, brother. I don't know if you can hear me clearly when the feedback comes back. But
You like way taking over the city though, Jay.
taking over the city, right? This nigga is the city.
But the crazy part about it is that never was my goal. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if you're gonna put something together that works, you think, okay, I'm gonna try to do something else and put it together, and then you have an idea. And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. When you don't have no money,
We can't hear shit you saying.
No. Hold up, Jay. Let him try and get this together here, man. My fault. I don't know.
He said you got your speakers on.
My stuff is connected to here. I don't know what's going on. Hey, man.
That was weird.
That was real weird. Now, let's see if Jay Raj, can you hear us? Say something. That might be that damn MacBook. See, he might be playing it off on us. It might be that MacBook that you. No, he got Mac in there. No, do he got PC? He got both of them. Maybe that's the problem.
Let's say tell him unmute yourself.
Who, me?
I don't know. That's what Andrew just said.
Who? I'm not in the program. Are you telling Jay Raj to mute himself?
Unmute himself.
Unmute yourself, Jay.
I didn't even know I was muted.
Oh, he's still. Yeah, but you sound like a chipmunk. I do too. We all sound like damn chipmunks, except for Tyann. What the hell? Hey, man.
I don't sound like a chipmunk?
No, you don't sound like a chipmunk.
Okay, you see that? You see my zen shining through?
I don't know what's going on. Hey, man.
Like a chipmunk.
We have a technical difficulty.
His mic.
What'd he say? Oh, it said it's on. He said, Jay, hang up and rejoin the call. Right. He said he could hear you through the speakers. That's why we mumble like that. So can you restart it? Yeah. What you say? Leave the call and then join back in with that same link. Yeah, this stuff was the technical difficulty. This stuff is, people don't know it's harder than it is, especially when you're trying to.
Right, they think it's just the breeze, like.
Boy,
I mean,
to get it right and to have the look that you have. So we apologize for the inconvenience right now, but this is the technology and this is where it goes and does. So I ain't tripping, y'all ain't tripping. It is what it is. And if we don't get him, we'll try it again. If he come back and still with that, we'll try it again. Because I know the guy busy, but man, I want to hear some of that game for real.
Me too. That's my boy.
I want to talk about that. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
a great influence on the city as a black man for real, for real.
I want to ask him about city council, the red tape that he had to go through for the Cincy. So you know, we got. I mean,
bro, he's the only black man in the city that has a gas station.
yeah, and back in the day,
Mainstream,
Evanston, where
like,
we was from, and all over, black folks, black men had gas stations. It's for some reason it went away, and then Arab people got it. I don't want to say Arab people got it. Started taking over the gas stations. You know what I'm saying? We used to own gas stations, and that is funny to me too, bro. Because I'm looking like, damn, this nigga is the only black man that I know to own a gas station for real.
Hold on, dear. He's so cold with it. Like, he has certain days where it'd be like churches and shit like that. They give people free gas on certain days.
Yeah, I went to one of them free gases. I sure enough pulled up and got me some free gas. It was
I never make it.
Yeah, I made it. Shit, I think that's when he first opened up. I don't know if it was it was cousin's church. I think it might have been my wife went there with cousins church. I think they might have had a gas giveaway or something like that. You thought I wasn't pulling up? What dude say? She.
I couldn't believe
And
it.
I'm known to put $5 in my tank and have a pocket full of money and just put $5 in the tank. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why.
But I think I'm like, at this point, you can say anything you want to say about the man, but he giving back to the community.
That's the main thing. And just from the chipmunk verbiage that we heard, I caught bigger plans and bigger things coming for the city. Like I said, I had a lot of questions, man. To be able to pull something like that off,
yo,
there you go.
Hey.
How I sound now?
Yeah, you sound right.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound right.
Hey,
I had to change my background.
Okay.
Oh no, I think my background was doing something crazy.
That's what's
he said
up.
something like you had a speaker connected and it was giving feedback or something.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I ain't used Skype since MySpace.
Really?
Me either, Jay.
First you put
MySpace.
You get them on MySpace and then you back them down on Skype. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I was like, oh shit. I had 1,000 messages in here. Like, so where you at? Where you at?
Oh hell no. I Zoom with this software, I don't know, they might have to come up with a different software, I guess, for Zoom, but this is the software that works best, I guess, with Skype. I don't know. I don't know that part of it. But
1,000 messages from 2012.
wow.
Yeah, it was had a lot of action right before I got married, okay?
they thought
Had to dip out on that.
Yeah. Had to dead my Skype, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So we'll get right back into it, though, because I didn't hear what you said. I caught ends and pieces of it. Like I said, the first question, what made you jump off the porch? What made you say, hey, I got the city on my back, and this is what I'm going to do. This is it.
So that was never the case. I always enjoyed partying. You know what I mean? It was never really where I was like, I'm about to start throwing these parties. I'm going to start doing this or doing that. I had my 10-year class reunion. You know, I'm Withrow, class of 93. So that sounds old now. But 2003, you know how black high schools are. Typically, you might have a reunion. You might not have a reunion. You know, I was like, I enjoyed my high school years. So I was like, look, we're going to have us a reunion. You know, I put the reunion together. Lo and behold, I guess everybody thought I was throwing a party in the process of putting this reunion together. So, you know, we had a boat ride for my class. Now, we graduated with like 300. I had a boat ride and I had an after party. The after party, about 700 people showed up because they thought I was at the party. And, you know, from then on, it was like, okay, cool, let's get it. So that's kind of really what started. I never set out to be, I never wanted to be a promoter. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know.
How old were you when you threw the class reunion?
I was 27. You know what I'm saying? So I'm 46 now.
Right.
So,
You know,
I'm
that's
damn.
interesting. You know what? And I lightweight the same because I waited till late in the game to start promoting. And somebody asked BTS Todd, and then Larry asked me to come out there to Memories, man. And I made the most money in my life.
Oh yeah. So nah, man. You know, my thing was like I'm from Evanston. You know what I mean? So it's like
Shout out to
I
Evanston.
always tell people like Withrow is the entertainment high school of Cincinnati. You know what I mean? If you go back and look at where the promoters, where the DJs, where the dance crews, where you know what I mean, like that's where Withrow was. Like Withrow was, hell, Withrow before I got to Withrow, they had fraternities in high school, Alpha High Box and O5B, and you know what I mean, like Withrow moved like a black college slash entertainment central. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, we always party. You know what I mean? Like my grandma threw parties at St. Mark's in Evanston. My mama used to let us throw parties in the garage in the hood. It's people like, Big Diane was known for the skip parties, and my mama let us throw the parties in the garage. So people knew like I was always a good time. You know what I mean? I love to laugh. I want to kick it. I like to drink. You know what I mean? So it kind of all go hand in hand, So when we did that class reunion, man, like I said, we had 700 people. And so this I always tell people something. So at the time before I started throwing parties, DB was it was my ex-partner. I know DB from my kickback and
I remember too, because that's when y'all used to be down. Yeah, that's when I remember when y'all had the mix together.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you about that too. Yeah, we had Bella. We was at Bella together. Mm-hmm. So we started doing Bella together. But he was at me because he was throwing parties already. And, I had, I left. I went to OU. I came back. I started running the temp service. I just still like to kick it. I used to go to First Fridays all the time.
Hold on. You said you was running a temp service.
Yeah, I was running staffing service. It was XL Staffing. It was in Evanston on Dana.
You a beast.
So, that was my thing. You feel me? So DB was trying to get me to throw parties. You know what I mean? And I tell people all the time, it was two things dude showed me. I don't really, you know what I mean? But I never deny nobody their props. So
let's get that a round of applause. You don't hate on no black man. Y'all both getting money and doing your thing. Salute to that.
So he stayed on me about being a promoter, but I never wanted to be a promoter because to me, I didn't feel I felt the bill for a promoter. Because to me, promoters were, flashy cats, jewelry, furs, that's what the promoter. Drew to me fit the bill of what a promoter is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
we got to get him on here too.
Huh?
I said we're gonna get him on here too. The last time he was doing boxing or something, but he's coming up too. Shout out to Drew, Uncle Drew.
Y'all gonna have to. Yeah, y'all have to have somebody set Drew Skype up. You know what I mean?
I was thinking that. that.
But that's now. I'm gonna tell you. I go like I said. I probably got a few minutes, but I'm gonna make sure. So like I said, so DB was at me about trying to throw parties because he was throwing parties. But one thing I'm gonna tell you, dude always was good about putting himself next to people he sees certain things in. You feel me?
Right.
So when I was like, nah, man, I don't want to throw no parties because, Jake was promoting at the time. And, that's like family. Jake had the Janes and the Buicks and the yellow cars and,
right.
The ramps. And, I remember, Cash used to really be hating on bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, I'm like, nah, I'm cool on it. So after I did that class reunion, he was doing this breakfast thing on a late night.
Yep, sure was.
So I'm like, okay, cool. When we leave this party, which was actually at One Riverboat Row. So where One Riverboat Row is, it used to be a place where you could rent out on the river and throw parties. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I packed that joint, like 700 people. So I said, well, look, let's go downtown. My dude doing his breakfast thing, and it's late night. Let's go. So we go down there. I go in the kitchen. I count the bread in the kitchen. I think at the reunion, that's how I know it was 700 people because I was only charging $10 a person.
Right.
And I had $7,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh yeah, bro. I think I'll do these parties. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
let's go. Let's go. I think this might work. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, from then on, we had been talking. And I'm gonna go back to this story. So like I said, the other thing, dude, put me up on some game was I don't care how many whole ass niggas they call you. You can't, because I'm from Evanston. So my whole thing is, I ain't no whole ass nigga. I want to fight.
I want to fight.
Like, bro, as long as they don't touch you. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't touch you, bro, just let it roll off of you.
Yeah.
Like, I learned how to do that, dude. So them the two things, bro, got me in the parties. And I could be as many whole ass niggas as you want me to be as long as you don't put your hands on me.
As long as you don't put your hands on me.
So
you have to develop that mentality for real.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna last long being who I was. You know what I mean? Like, cause I was gonna tear my own party up. You know what I mean? So, cause I'm my mama's son. My mama, that's who my mama is. I'm my mama's son. So, like I said, I went in there. We decided to do the parties. Now, at the time, like I said, I was an avid partier. So I was going to jump down on Main Street. I always party with a Black Professionals party. Jay Alexander's had a popper happy hour for us. They didn't want it, but we was in there. Japs was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have another little spot on Main Street called The Lab.
Mm-hmm.
That's where kind of the rappers and the cool kids kind of went in there. And so I would party and jump because that's where the P&Gers and all that, that's where they would go. So I would go in there because a lot of my contacts was Black HR directors. You know what I'm saying? So I went in and jump and I'm like, look, we're going to have a party in here because this is a dope spot. So we went in and had a party. And first party we had, it was like 350 people showed up. I was like, okay, yeah, this could work. They're like, when y'all want to do your next party? I was like, shit, we could do our next party in 2 weeks. They're like, all right. We did the next party. 350, 400 showed up. So in like 2 weeks, they're like, it's Halloween coming up. I was like, well, look, we're going to throw a Halloween party because I went to OU. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So OU was big for us for Halloween. So, and I wasn't seeing a lot of people throw a lot of costume parties. So I'm like, all right, we're going to come up with a dope Halloween spot, concept. I done figured out. Set up my driveway. I came up with Balloween. We're going to do Balloween. Balling was a term for us. Halloween, people know what it is, a Black urban costume party. So we started, first year we did Balloween, it was crazy. Came back a couple weeks later, we're gonna do something for Thanksgiving. All right, here, I'm sitting in my driveway. My driveway was where I came up with my ideas at. So I sit in my driveway, I'm like, man, it gotta be a play on words like Drinksgiving. You know what I mean? We're gonna do Drinksgiving. So we did Drinksgiving. Drinksgiving went nuts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. Now, when I did my class reunion, I had a happy hour on that Friday. It was at the Havana Martini Club. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, listen, bro, we're going to go down there. We ain't going to be partying with all the rest of these people party at. We're going to party where these other people party at. We're going to bring us down there. So we went to Havana Martini Club. And I said, look, so this is what I'm going to tell you. This is how it play out. Jake and Donnie was doing Lava on Thursdays. And it was jumping, right? And this, like I said, Jake like my family. So Jake called me down there. He like, bro, we short on security. Can you help me with security? I'm like, yeah. So I'm down there and I'm telling him, I said, look, I just watched white dude count your money at the door. I'm watching him right now counting your money. He's standing at the door. I see him adding it up. I'm like, either he gonna want some more money,
yep,
or he gonna want your money.
Let me ask you, when you're doing these parties at these spots, did you ever get any bar money, or did they play that? Because I've yet to see anyone in Cincinnati get any bar money when they promote.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
That's true.
I'm gonna tell you something.
A percentage.
Let me tell you something. I can't deny nothing that ever was the truth in my past, right?
Right.
They had never seen me, they had never seen cats like me and DB pull up. You feel me?
Right.
Because we was a two-headed monster. So at the time, you know, to me, I always kind of pride myself on being smarter than a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people that I'm around, whatever, but it was just stuff. I felt like I always studied stuff before I made. Even when I was outside, I would go outside with a paper and just kind of see how outside flow before I ever went outside with a pack. You know what I'm saying? I would just want to be out there and see who's supposed to be out there, who don't supposed to be out there, because then that's how I know what don't look right and what do look right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same thing here. When we took Cincinnati by storm, they didn't see us coming. We changed it. We really changed how Black Cincinnati started partying. We went into places and started taking bars. Actually, we had certain deals where we was taking 75% of the bars just because they was trying to sell the place.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? Like, it was, and I'll walk you through it. This is the one thing about, I always say it was going to be short, but I love to talk. So if I talk to you, I love to talk. If I don't talk to you, you're going to think I'm funny acting because I just don't like to talk, but I'm a Gemini. You know what I mean?
So who do we have?
That's it. You feel me?
Nah, he don't play for real. Like if I've been around him for years, been my friend for years. I know if he like you, he gonna stop. Even if he busy, he gonna stop and talk to you. But if he don't fuck with you, he gonna keep walking. He gonna like, what's up? And keep walking real quick. Like you like,
I'm
damn.
gonna speak, but I ain't gonna stay. You know what I mean?
Like
we ain't got nothing to talk about.
Right.
But
I mean,
yeah. So fast, like I said, so fast forward, they had never really seen us. So the seven, so bruh and I started like in 03, and then I bought him out of Mix in 2010. So for them 7 years, couldn't nobody see us. You feel me? Like, couldn't nobody, if you decided to throw a party, don't throw a party on the day we throwing a party. Like, it was just like that. And it was like that for a lot of different reasons. I think first because we always took people to places that they had never been.
Right.
You know what I mean? My thing is partying didn't have to feel the same all the time. Like, you know, we couldn't get the white clubs, so we would take the restaurants and turn them into clubs. You know what I mean? So we started Jump, and Jump was going crazy, and then they closed. That's when we had the Havana Martini Club. We did Havana Martini Club, me, him, and Perry Simmons. We was the three-headed monsters. Perry was my first DJ.
Shout out to Perry Simmons.
Right.
Let's give a round of applause for Perry Simmons, because like you said, you mentioned the GE, you hung out with the GE crew and the PNG crew. I'm going to tell you this. I went to a PNG party. There was a PNG party that you really don't know about, and I ain't going to speak on it, what goes down in these parties, executive parties. But DJ Perry Simmons put it down that night, and it blew my mind. So when you sitting here telling me about these these execs, and I know what they do at their homes and these big ass estates and the parties that these motherfuckers be having,
Right,
I see why you gravitated to them.
Right. They fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things, you know, it's a lot of socio-economic groups that break out, and it kind of translate into entertainment. So like in Cincinnati, you know, Black Cincinnati, you got like, okay, from Evanston, you got Cozy Corner Zodiac.
Yep.
You know, you had Perkins. You had Joker Club.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had all them bars, right? But even in them 4 bars, it'd be different people.
Yep.
You know, I learned that from my neighborhood.
Yep.
So I understood when, if you went to the 43 or the Hut in Madisonville, or you went to Schuster's.
Schuster's, different people.
You know what I'm saying? So I understood it was different people in different places. My thing was, we needed to party. That's funny because I was watching this Kanye documentary. Like, I hate that I didn't have somebody recording the shit that we was talking about then.
Yes.
Because if I played it back, you'd be like, man, they manifested all that shit, and it really happened like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I said Havana Martini Club, we popped that. They told us it was too black. We had a nice happy hour going. They had a live band. They played a live band. We had to pay the band, and then Perry got to come and DJ on 10 o'clock. So, like I said, Jake and them was doing Havana. They was doing Lava. Lo and behold, the white dude wound up coming at him crazy. They wanted the bread. He really wanted more money. Wound up killing their Thursday.
Ain't that funny how they do that, man? They did it out the way, man. They sit there and count your money at the door, and then they tried to run $100 thing back at the door on the back end. Like, oh, these motherfuckers is crazy, and you still don't give me a percentage.
understand this. So I studied all that. You know what I mean? I studied lava. I saw how it went down. So it was a void. You know what I mean? I'm like, people like, y'all should throw a party on Thursdays. Y'all should throw. Thursdays used to jump. And I was like, well, let me let cousin them do their thing. When I figured out they wasn't gonna do nothing, I'm like, we'll go to Havana Martini Club. It's gonna be something, but it'll be different because we had a live music, the Imperial come in with the neo soul, and then we'll party after 12. So we was doing it, and it was successful. And Havana was like, nah, it's just becoming too dark down here. I remember him saying it. And I was like,
That
damn.
was the
Too
specific
dark.
word.
Yeah, too dark. Too dark. It was too dark.
Oh, this is crazy.
And I'm like, but you know what? I respect racism when it's put in my face.
I
You know
said
what I
the
mean?
same thing.
It's like
If
the
you know, if I
ignorant-
know you racism, I know how to work around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we love the money, but we don't like the flack that's coming with it.
Right.
type shit.
I'm like, all right, cool. But now people have become conditioned to party down there on 6th and Walnut.
Right.
So I walked across the street to Bella, which I knew they had already started doing happy hours and they was letting people rock a little bit. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Anytime you see a white-owned place let black people start doing stuff,
Yeah.
they're either doing extremely bad or they're about to close.
They're about to
You know-
close. Yes, sir.
And bankruptcy and some shit.
You know what I mean? So when I seen it, I was like, well, we gonna go. I went across the street. I told them, I said, hey, listen, we doing about 5,000-6,000 at the bar on a Thursday. You know, they was like, hell, we'll take it.
Right.
You know, like he's like, that'll be 20-25 grand a month.
Yep.
You know, I didn't understand that the bar in Havana Martini Club wasn't set up to make money. So when we got across the street to Bella, we started doing 10s and 12s.
I was about to say, what's the biggest number? I think out up there we was at, I think it was 15 for one Tuesday we did. 15, maybe 20, about 15 at the bar. What'd you say?
You say, what's my biggest number?
Yeah, what was the biggest number, the bar? Not you personally, right now what you're doing, but as far as where you promoted that in the past.
So Bella, okay, Jump had this saying, J&J, actually J&J, shout out to J&J. We actually working on Midday Mingle at Mango's next month. J&J was doing Jump before we got there. And they was like, J&J are our top promoters. They do 10 grand every night. They do every time they throw a party, they do 10 grand. But they never made it upstairs. So now understand this. I'll tell you how it went full circle because Jump is where we start throwing our parties at. Jump later became Mix. So you got to understand, like, they was throwing parties on the first floor Mix, but they never went upstairs. They was like, well, we won't let them go upstairs because they don't really have the people. And I'm like, well, look, we want to be upstairs too. How much they cost? It's like, that's going to be an extra 500.
Right.
All right, cool. We're going to do it. But if the bar hits the numbers, we'll give you your money back. So we throw the first party. It's jumping. You know what I mean? Bar might have did 16, 17.
Ooh, they was happy.
They say, you guys are our top promoters.
I bet y'all niggas was.
I was like, oh, no, my guys was just our top promoters. Like, they gave us our 500 back for being upstairs. And then from then on, we just start rocking Jump until they close.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Let's give a round of applause. Let's begin a hustle. You know what I'm talking about? These folks love us. They love us when they need us, don't they?
They do though. They fuck out your ass when they need you.
So look, we had a party set up down there. No, actually, we didn't have a party set up down there. J had a party set up down there on a Friday. I'll never forget it. Now understand this, bro. I got a memory like an elephant. They had a party. There was a Blue Jean party they had on a Friday night down at Jump, and Jump was closed because they wasn't paying sales tax. So they put the pink sign of death on your door. When you don't pay your sales tax, the state will come put a pink sign of death and tell you your vendor's license ain't shit until you pay us.
Right.
So, and don't take this thing off your door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and you better not take it off your door. You know what I'm saying? So that was when
you do take it off your door. Did they give you a fine or something?
Nah, they coming to get your ass.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you do, but I know when they put something up on your door and they say, don't take it down.
Don't take it down. You don't take it down.
I ain't taking it down. You know what I mean? I ain't taking it down. So like I said, fast forward, boom, Bella happened. And Bella for Cincinnati was amazing. You know what I mean? Bella was what Bella was the epicenter for the black professional. That's where you went. That's where the Bengals was at, the doctors was at. Man, I freaked Patti LaBelle and Bella. You know what I mean? Perry was my witness. Yeah, bro.
Let's give a round of applause for freaking Patti LaBelle. How did that go down? This nigga freaking on Patti LaBelle. Nigga, you got a subscription to pies?
Yeah. No, this was before the pies. This was all about cakes then. All about cakes.
Cake.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a free pass then.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of so it's wild, man. But yeah, that's kind of where we started at, man. And
That's what's up. Along the way, though, man, I hear you talking, and now that you're up and running and rolling, it's always some speed bumps. But we didn't even talk about the speed bump because I already know. I've been through it and went through it, so I already know you're doing what you're doing. You plan on opening up any more spots besides Mango? So you got Treetop, Mango, and OTR, right? Or Copa?
I better tell him
Is
to
that-
give a list.
I don't know, man. He got so many.
But give a list of your businesses, Jrodg, so they know like what you really do. I know him. Grizz over there saying some other shit.
I don't know. That's why I asked you, nigga. Hold on now.
So, like right now, okay. Do I really want to do that?
No, okay. Well, no, if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
So listen. Let me tell you this, and I appreciate that because, like, I fuck with you. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
I fuck with you. So the businesses that people know I'm affiliated with, let's do that.
Right. Okay.
So because there's a lot of situations. Now I'm gonna tell you, like,
I mean, you ain't got to tell the secret.
Yeah, man.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Some stuff they just don't supposed to know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so listen, the one thing I found out, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a big superhero cartoon guy, right? But I took something from Batman. Cause you know how Batman, every now and then they play Batman like he the criminal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, we gotta get this motherfucker Batman. Like, and then they be like, hold on, he just saved the world. What happened?
Right.
Batman said some shit one day. He was like, he said either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Right.
You feel me?
Yep.
So I feel like I lived so long out here that now they have made me the villain.
They be on your ass.
Hey, but guess what? I learned a long time ago, good guys wear black.
Exactly.
I don't care what they say. The white boys, they had the white horses. The good guys wear black. They try to make the Indians bad. We know what was going on.
Yep.
They try to make the cowboy and the black. But no, man. So I don't care how they try to spin it for me. Like, I've been out here long enough where the real know. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, guess what? You just one less person I got to talk to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I got damn near all my friends in high school. You know what I mean?
And that's what I wanted to say too, man. As much as people hate, I see more people show love. It's more love than it is hate. You would think that that's all you see is hate. No, man. This nigga got a following. He got people who love him. He got people who's going to be down for him, for the cause.
Just to think about it, bro, when you put it out, like so number one, I was always trying to be mindful that I never wanted to move like somebody I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I wore polo in high school, so that's all I really wear. You won't see, I don't wear the new, I don't even know who the designer, the Rockin' Revive, I don't wear none of that stuff. You feel me?
Right.
Whoever the new fad for jeans, I don't wear it on. I don't wear no jewelry. You know what I mean? I don't ride rims. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a regular cat. Like, so I felt you more approachable like that, right? Plus, at the same time, when you flashing and you shining, niggas really want to knock your head off.
Take you off top. Take you off top.
So my thing is this, like 3000 say, if you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we like neck and neck. Like, so I need you like you need me. Like, cause without me, this place would be a lot whacker than it be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I ain't gonna never act like I don't need you. Because if I don't have you, I'm gonna be closed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Over the time, I know because I'm gonna tell you, anytime that I do something, it's something that I've thought out. I measured it 10 times before I cut once. You feel me? So I'm intentional on what I do certain things, and I know what I want it to look like. So when I do it, if you're doing something that's going against what I envision, I don't want you around.
Right.
I can't have you here. You can't move like that. And I know I'm getting old because it's to the point now where I'm like, these kids, I'm old enough to be y'all daddy. I just only got a 10-year-old, but I don't want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care how you feel. Because now everybody has an opinion. Social media is good and it's bad.
Yep.
Right.
Gift and a curse.
Chappelle say, social media didn't make me. You know what I mean? So they can't take me out on social media.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? They can't take me out on social media. So when they talk, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you, the sweetest money is getting money from people that really don't like you. They just ain't got no choice.
They ain't got no choice.
If I want to party and try to maybe meet me a girl from out of town or a cat from out of town, I might have to go down to Copa. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride on down to Copa. Yep. And it ain't everybody cup of tea. Like I tell people all the time, like, you ain't gotta come here. I put this together for the people who want to come here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So easy. And if you like it, if I like it, you're going to love it.
Exactly.
So when I saw it, like, what he like, 17 now?
Nah, he's 20. That's my oldest.
Yeah, okay. What's up, bro? Yeah. I remember when you was putting their pictures up, they were little. You know what I'm saying?
Going to the refrigerator.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. He 20. Where he working at? Tell him I'm hiring. Tell him I'm hiring. Ford?
He need a job at Mango's, and I'm bartending now too, so I might have to.
Hey, look at that! Look at the team over here. Boy, they getting it in.
Let's say less. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Understand something. Kind of side note. I always moved around here, and like anytime I moved, I always made sure I activated us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And anytime, like when we was at Mix, I would be in meetings with District 1 and different officials, and they'd be like, it's a lot going on down there on Main Street. It was just because it was black. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen, we ain't gonna try to make black like it's a problem. It's just something that y'all not used to, and we're not going nowhere. So they had to figure out how to move. They didn't necessarily include us, but they wasn't going to exclude us.
But see, that's what I'm glad you're talking about that, because I don't mean to cut you off, but one of my questions was, have you rubbed elbows with some of these city officials? And you just said that you did like that. And mainstream, like you said, when y'all was down doing the Mix and all of that, now it seems like down there where, what's the restaurant that's pretty good, the Yard or Yardbird or whatever, from all the way up, it's not diverse, man.
Well,
you talking about Yard House?
Yeah, the Bird House.
Cincinnati not diverse, bro. Like, since like we know what Mark Twain said, bro. Like, put me in Cincinnati when the world ends, they're gonna find out about it 10 years later.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So Cincinnati is just what it is, bro. So notice, my mama equipped me with the tools. Like, she put me in a German speaking school in elementary, just so I could understand my opponent. You know what I mean? Like, so I speak fluent German.
Do you?
My daughter go to that same school right now.
Hey, man, let's get us a round of applause, because this nigga, your mama was on some militant shit right there. She prepared you. My daddy just told me that white folks, some of them good and some of them bad, but at the end of the day, they about their ass and not yours.
Yeah, real shit. Like I said, so when she gave us that game, we didn't even understand what was going on. We was in Clifton going to school with kids from Evanston, downtown Mount Auburn, but then Hyde Park, Anderson, and everywhere else. So, like, if I went over to my friend Jared's house, Jared stayed off of Erie or
the other side.
They had a big ass house off of Madison Road. I could walk to his house, but our situations was totally different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, when you see that, it's like you become, like we was on the phone the other day. It's almost you become a hybrid. You kind of move, you know how to move and adapt in any situation, and you can deal with any people or any person. That's what make you dangerous. When they can't put you in a situation and say, okay, this is who you are. So when I move around here and I'm moving and then I'm activating us and I'm screaming, I'm saying the word black before it was cool. You know what I mean? We was
Right.
the only black-owned bar downtown before they start putting black-owned bars together. You know what I mean? Like when black-owned started, Mercury Means, them my little brothers. You can only buy black-owned clothes from out the trunk of the Honda or inside Mix, because if you pulled up the Mix with a white T-shirt on, you had to buy a shirt to come in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when
Hey, Jrodg, let me say this. That's one thing that I do like about you. Like going to your establishments, like it's not that people try to make it like you profiling, but you're just telling black people like, nah, we need to present ourselves well too.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
it.
look at how you present yourself and look at how it's not. I'm not profiling you. That's your problem. You don't understand that you're giving people a reason to profile you.
Yeah.
I don't think you really saying it that directly, but I'm saying that's how I look at it. Like, duh, why would you get mad because somebody requires you to dress nice?
Right. That's
Like, it's weird.
or why? How come you got a problem if I don't want to see your underwear? Or
Period. Like,
if
yeah.
if I tell you can't, because like a treehouse. So kind of go back to what you said, Ty. Everybody know treehouse, Copa, OTR Live, Mangoes, the black-owned BP. That's what
Yeah.
people know. You know what I
That's-
mean? Like I said, it's some other stuff like Shit Conscious Kitchen, black-owned. It's some stuff that I help keep open that people would never know. Like sometimes people think that I'm in competition with something I actually have a hand in trying to keep open.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because see, the one thing about it is I don't like to see black businesses close. That's why we started Cincy Soul. You know what I mean? Like it's $100 million that coming to the city for Jazz Fest weekend, and we wasn't getting none of that money. So when we put Cincy Soul together, I say, well, look, I'm gonna put black restaurants, food trucks, and caterers on 5th Street and Fountain Square. So when black folks come in town, they want to know where they can eat for 3 days of that weekend. They can walk right to Fountain Square, spend their money with their own, and we can directly benefit and pick that bread up. You know what I mean?
Let's give a round of applause for that.
Yeah, I'm about to
You know what I'm saying? Round of applause for that. And you been spitting so much game. You know what I'm talking about? And I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know. You know what I'm talking about? Very dope interview. Hey, quick question. With all the celebrities, man, we just found out that this nigga was freaking on Patti LaBelle. But give us a story about one.
What?
Give us a story about one of the celebrities that you cool with that people might not know.
Oh shit, this okay. Like everybody know I'm cool with Fab. You know what I mean? So this past weekend I was in LA for Super Bowl. We did a few parties out there. We did a day party with Moneybag, and we did a Sunday night party with Lil Wayne.
Damn.
So Fab and Fendi called me. Fendi Fab manager. They
Right.
called on the phone like, bro, we need tickets for the game. We need tickets for the game. And I'm like, you need tickets for the game? Like, how do you need tickets? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Need tickets for the game. So I'm like, well, look, the tickets that we got, my guy, like I ain't know, I'm a Steelers fan. Everybody know I'm a Steelers fan. I love my city, but I love my Steelers. So I'm like, well, bro, my people I'm going with, they really Cincinnati Bengals fans, and they from the city. They're like, man, well, look, Fab like, well, Fendi ain't got to go. I could just go. Just give me one ticket. Because he was like, well, so he said Chase Young from the Redskins, he had a suite, but he wasn't gonna go because he did something to his leg. So he was like the whole suite is available. Now it's one thing if don't nobody ever want to spend money they ain't got to spend.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the suite was available. I don't know what the ticket was on it, but like Fab was like, because I don't know if you seen Fab go to his page. He had the black and orange on.
Right.
You know what I mean, so you got to understand, like, I'm a Steelers fan. But like I said, I've grown for my city so tough that niggas, if it's LA and Cincinnati in the game, they choosing us. You know what I'm saying? On the strip of where they people stay at, where they people's from.
Right.
So he put that orange and black on when he could have easily put that. He ain't have a dog in the fight. He could have just been like, I'm neutral.
Right.
Bruh, and dripped all the way orange and black. So what wound up happening was they had somebody else had a suite, and he was able to pull up to it. So he wound up leaving Fendi. You know what I mean? So by the time I was gonna put the situation together, like bro was already in there. But to me that's a funny story because like he wanted me to leave Fendi Fendi the reason why me and Fab cool, because me and Fendi do all the business. You know what I'm saying? So he like, look, you can leave Fendi and just take me to the game with you, because I got my black and orange on. You feel me? Like,
Right.
so that was recent. You know what I'm saying?
That's
that was
what's
this
up.
weekend. So
That's what's up. You and Buster cool too?
me and Bus?
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? I don't really know Buster like that. I only booked Buster one time. I mean, he was now check. I'm gonna tell you though, he was down to earth as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And he was a real cat. You know, we originally tried to do Buster like after we. So you know, we did the last DMX concert. Do y'all know that?
Man, I was about to say
No,
that.
I didn't know that.
Like,
Give a round of applause for that. The last DMX part. Where was it?
It was at Longworth Hall. We did it in the parking lot.
Oh, you did? No, yeah, I did remember that. That was his last concert?
That was his last concert. We did about 3,500 people during COVID. It was about
yeah, I do remember that.
cars.
I was Saudi. I missed that.
Wow.
That was DMX's last concert. That was his last real concert. Like, you know, before he passed, he was like popping around in clubs in Atlanta, but it was on just because he was living down there.
Right.
But right when we did X's concert, I was negotiating doing Busta Rhymes on Halloween, 2021. And they got the same manager. So the manager was like, well, damn, hold on, you just paid DMX 50. How you gonna try to pay Busta Rhymes 25? I'm like, because that's the number that y'all agreed to at the time. And it was like, yeah, but we want 50 now. We want 50. And I was like, as much as dope as that Halloween parking lot concert would have been with Busta Rhymes, I was like, you already said 25 was the number, so 25 is the number. Even though, and for real, I shouldn't be saying the numbers, but that definitely is like Fat Joe say, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Price is right.
Listen, he hadn't dropped his last album. It was like, it was one of them ones like, where you caught us at the right time, because he really wanted to do something going up into his album. But, you know, we didn't get to do him that weekend because they was playing. I circled back on him. And then 22, we wound up doing him. And like I said, him and Spliff, like, I can't wait to do them again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they put a show on. They're performers. They take their craft serious. You know, like they the artists that you like, okay, they got to go to the gym to work out because they gonna give you a show. So, but yeah, me and Bus, I take that back. We met twice. One time we met at Bogart's back in 2000. We took a picture, and then my homeboy came in from Dayton, who actually lives in Alabama, but he was living in Dayton. He pulled up and showed me and Bus the picture when we all took the picture together. Then we took another picture this year, and he like, you put them, it's crazy. It's like 20 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like a reunion.
That's what's up. That's dope, man. I really enjoyed the interview, man. I'm not gonna hold you too longer for you know what I'm saying. I know you got things to do and children to support, kids to support.
Yeah, they giving me the update. I was going to that Woodward game, but they say Woodward up almost 17. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. We're gonna let you get up out of here, my man. Like I said, I appreciate you.
I've been trying to cut my interview short. No, just mess with shit like that.
Oh no, we can keep it moving. I thought you had something to do because I really we go into what we go news. Not news you could use that normally right now would be Ivory. Ivory, I hope you out here watching, and I hope wherever that food you and Joe Mitchell are eating, I hope you get real big off of it. No, I'm just saying.
I hope I agree. And I hope you have a good day.
What's up?
I'm gonna leave y'all with a couple things, man. Like I said, first I appreciate it. Secondly, y'all got to know I fuck with you, because other than that, I wasn't gonna do this.
Right.
But no, so listen. I got something that hopefully that's gonna be real soon with, because it's a lot. I got a lot of shit I need to cover. You know what I mean? I got a lot of shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
The platform is here, so when you want to come back and do what it do.
So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna try to write a book. I don't know if I'm gonna like. Sometimes like I have no idea. Yeah, I'm talking about it's a lot of y'all. Like I'm serious. Like the shit is like a movie, but it's like it's coming to an end soon. You know what I mean? I get to close this chapter. At the end. The end of next month, it'll be 5 years since Cameo.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm still catching the flack from that, but I'm closing this chapter here soon. And like I said, you got to understand the last 5 years, it's been crazy because everything that you've done previously, they try to discount it. You right? And you like, nah, the real know what's going on. And that, like I said, by the grace of God, bro, like I understood through Cameo, like who the real was and who wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it was, man, people been trying to get me to leave Cincinnati to do shit for 10 plus years. Even before I got a divorce, my ex-wife was like, well, you can move to Houston and it's close to Louisiana because she's from Louisiana. And I'm like, yeah, but it ain't Cincinnati. Plus, I really want my city to be home. You know what I mean? So when they kicked that field goal 2 weeks ago and the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl,
right?
My phone went crazy because everybody that I've ever done business with anywhere in the country was calling and saying, you going to LA? Because I know your city going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
LA was calling, New York was calling, Texas was calling, Florida was calling. Everybody wanted to know what we was going to be doing because they know my city was coming out there. That last 2 weeks, our city been on, bro. So it let me know it can happen. So that's kind of really
something that you want to happen, though.
Because
even take it from a different perspective, like for me and Grizz and DJ Bruno, that was just our perspective musically. Like we got so many talented artists here. We started this platform to give our artists a voice because it's like nobody gives Cincinnati credit.
Right.
So that's really, from our perspective, the same reason that we started doing radio and even TV and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I mean, so the last 2 weeks is dope. Like I said, I'm a Steelers fan. I had to be at the game. You know what I mean? I had to go see what it felt like for, like cats that I'm cool with. Because even though I'm a Steelers fan, like I'm cool with TB. I'm cool with Boy and Mixon and some of them cats like Raynell, some of the cats that's on the injury reserve or cats you don't really know the names of, I'm cooler with them than I am with the cats that you see all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Listen, even the coach, we had the coach's wife come up out of treehouse. We had to pull her up out of treehouse like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she came there, like I said, it's because treehouse, to me, treehouse is probably the most diverse venue in the city. Black, Asian, the whole nine. It's downtown, and it's reflective of what Cincinnati can be. So like when my city collab with or allowed us to collab with the Bengals, and like I said, I got to see our Indian mayor wearing black on and Bengals attire. Man, look, I was like, shit, that's it. Sign me up. Y'all got me. Let me renew my contract because I'm ready. Because part of me ready to retire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I can't, like I said, I can't do it forever, but I'm going to leave out with this. March the 12th, we got Waka Flocka at OTR Live. February the 26th, my guys talking me into doing Light Skin Keisha. We got Light Skin Keisha. I like her from Power, but I understand she a lyricist too, so this is a performance and a party.
She don't love hip-hop too.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I just got off the phone. I got a date for Young M.A., some NLE Chopper. It's some shows you're going to start seeing us do. Because like I said, OTR Live is really like Bogarts. It's a black-owned Bogart.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I ain't going to lie, Jrodg, when you had Davido there, that was one of the best concerts and best experiences because it was like right after COVID too.
Right,
and we hadn't really been nowhere, but we was, I mean, I ain't gonna say after COVID, but after the lockdown, I'll say.
Right. COVID's still here.
That concert was so, they went ham down there.
Yeah,
that was so big.
Three top shows I ever seen at OTR Live. DeVito, Wyclef. I'm trying to think. Good one. This third one. KRS-One.
Really?
That
is
and Busta Rhymes. Them my four.
That's diverse. Wyclef will turn out with Wyclef.
I was like, hold on. I was like, KRS-One was packed.
Yeah. Oh, KRS-One was dope as hell.
I mean, I wouldn't just think it would be packed though. I ain't gonna lie.
So that's the thing about it. It's like, music universal. Everybody love music. So sometimes it ain't just about us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
it's it's a lot of hip hop, old school hip hop heads. Like I said, I'm 46.
True.
That when he said I'm in junior high with a B+ grade, like them we was really in junior high when this came out. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, bro, like actually, like I said, I'm not getting ready to get out this interview yet, but
that's fine. We can talk. We can talk.
So when I think about it, like, bro, mint condition, Floetry,
How are those two
Evans,
girls?
Monica, K. Michelle. I'm trying to think. I had to go through. It's certain shows that we've done over the course of years. You know what I mean? Common, Foreign Exchange, Miguel. A lot of times I fight for artists that they management don't never want them to come to Cincinnati.
Why?
Because just like you said, Ty, it's all about ticket sales, and people might not necessarily come, and they don't want to feel like their artist can't draw. Like it's to the point now, if even in the contracts, if there's not a certain amount of people in the venue, they won't let the artists come out because social media got it to the point where ain't nobody gonna go live and it's 150 people here with my artist, and I'm asking $80,000 for this artist per show. So the game has definitely changed, but them the two things we got coming up. Like I said, Cincy Soul.
Who you got performing? Who you got performing at Cincy Soul? Or did you have anybody?
So I can't hear you. What you say?
I said you didn't have nobody perform. You did, didn't you? Before or after?
Come on, bro. Listen, every year.
Yeah.
Every year we had somebody performing Cincy Soul. This past year, it was the Isley Brothers.
It sure was the Isley Brothers. I wanted to talk about that, man. You got to kick it with the hometown. How was that?
So but before then, every year we got 2 to 3 artists in Cincy Soul. So it's in the format is normally old school hip hop, R&B, neo soul. So like one year we did Little Mo, Estelle, Special Ed. You had Big Daddy Kane, Kumo D. What's the brother? Dwelle. DeBarge, El DeBarge.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime we normally do Cincy Soul on Fountain Square, it's a free concert. Last year was the first time we actually charged because they didn't do the Jazz Fest. So basically we said if they were going to not do Jazz Fest, we were going to put our own Jazz Fest together. That's what that was. But,
Did y'all, speaking of Jazz Fest, did y'all see that Janet Jackson is added on to Jazz Fest?
Well, she was supposed to come the year before last, and they canceled it.
She needed to come here. That's good.
Yeah, I can't wait for Janet.
Yeah, I'm going to see her. I ain't never seen her in concert.
And we're going to do Cincy Soul. Normally we surround Jazz Fest. So Jazz Fest is back this year. Cincy Soul will be back in its original capacity on 5th Street and Fountain Square to support Music Fest. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create another situation where spins out of Cincy Soul where we can still do our own bill of artists who may not traditionally make the Jazz Fest bill and then do another food fest. So we was actually in the meeting about that today. So ain't nobody even knowing about that. So that's the you heard it here first.
Right, that's what's up.
Here first.
Hey, quick question.
What up?
You doing the promotions, the parties, the promotions, what you doing, but you deal with a lot of industry folks. Who from the Netty, everybody want to put somebody on, who gets your seal, your stamp of approval that could possibly do open, that you might pay to open up for, I know that word, but we want to play the game right, and these promoters here don't play the game right. One, for the artists don't have the following, or they're not professional, yada, 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 yada. But there are some folks out there. Do you have your eyes on anyone rapping or doing R&B or any genre of music for that matter?
Listen, one thing I do know is I'm going to stick and stay in my lane. So like the music industry, that's like trying to figure out who's going to be the next Kobe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or the next Shaq. And I seen a lot of people lose a lot of money because they had a dope artist, but for some reason, it's just like taking a match and trying to strike it against that book. If it don't light, then it don't work.
I got you.
Right? So,
about
but I'm
to
gonna tell you,
I got two artists that I want you to check out. One from Cincinnati and one is from Nigeria. Like, they.
that's what's up. Now I'm always listening. Now I'm gonna tell you right now who I think I can tell you who I think is the hardest in the city right now.
Let's do
You know
that.
what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you as far as, and it's a culmination of everything. It ain't just who the best talent, because I'm gonna be honest. I don't even feel like the best athletes is in the NFL. It's just the people who played the game the best. That's who made it there. Because there's some niggas in jail or who work at McDonald's that's way faster than Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't read or like to fight or some, you know what I mean? So, like, so gotta understand, like, I love Lantana. You feel me?
My boy.
To me,
I do too.
Lantana took the city the furthest I ever seen anybody take the city. You know what I mean?
I love Lantana. I have a hella respect for him.
Lantana is one, right? Scally.
Mm-hmm.
Scally, understand this. Let me tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a little history because I'm talking. Scally was the first artist that I ever signed. I signed Scally.
Oh, yeah?
At Mix.
Oh, shit. What happened?
And I told Scally, I said, listen, bro, we gonna do this deal. We gonna make it shake. Because I had Club 7 at the time. And every time we did a I Know Why She Like Me Now party, we got paid. Right? So I said, look, bro, I don't have no choice but to try to invest in you. You just got to stay out of trouble. You know what I mean?
Right.
I said, we're going to go down to the Derby. The Derby was coming up. I said, look, we're going to go down to the Derby. We're going to do this, and that. Man, then Scally get locked up like a week later. Like his POs. It was something where they kept him. And I was like, well, shit. I guess I ain't in the rap game no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we never got to do it. But like, I love Scally, and I made a lot of money with Scally. Like Scally and Scally still got it. So Lantana, Scally, and Skylar Black.
Okay.
She the way she moved, like, she really cool. She cool as she cool in real life. And I feel like she got something that the industry really ain't seen. Like, you saw Dej Loaf, and then you saw Young M.A., and they was like night and day. And I feel like she's sexy, she thick, she got a fat ass, but she ain't really talking about her fat ass. Like, she talking some real shit. So I feel like it got to be a lane for her. And them three is kind of who I know. Now, it's somebody coming out every day that I ain't hip to. You know what I mean? Right. Like I say, Roadrunner TB, he from the hood. And I love what he been doing. So I want to see him. And AR-15. They're my five. They're my top five in the city right there.
Oh, yeah. B-Luck always screaming AR-15. He always screaming that.
Yeah. Luck ain't no rapper no more. Listen, Luck got one of the hardest songs that I've seen it all.
Yeah,
boy. He said, man, that's my anthem. I done seen it all. Y'all like
that is the hardest song. You're right. Even his new stuff.
Can that be my outro? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I done seen it all, man.
Yeah, that one there. Even on this new one, I kept looking for songs that had that type of feel to it that made you like, damn, this is him. This is real shit.
Man, listen, hold on. Hopefully it's on here. Hopefully it's on here because the shit said like, hold on. I'm like, it was really Luck on there. It was Luck on there. They ain't got the lyrics on here. I was gonna put the lyrics. It's my outro. Him and Butter. I guess I forgot about Butter. I done seen it all.
Yeah.
Hold on. What Luck say? Hold on. What Luck say? Luck say Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Seen a nigga with a knife, kill a nigga with a gun, I done seen it all. Seen a killer at the phone, making sure that it's done, I done seen it all. I seen them cut down the roses, niggas get killed over old shit. These young niggas dumb and don't know shit. Seen a nigga get time and they know shit. But seen niggas wild out and pull out the hammer like they gonna use it, they know shit. Seen niggas put in the body bag for fucking his best friend, old bitch, oh shit.
I done seen every feline. He said the niggas said they 100. I seen 100 change 3 times.
Right. Them niggas cold. They make you mad if they ain't doing nothing.
Hold on. We gonna play luck and I'm out of here. Seen it all. Yeah, I seen a bitch leave a nigga when the money gone. I seen a nigga hand pick his beef. He don't want beef with real niggas. I want to fight you. There go luck right here. Seen it all, baby, seen it all. I feel like they should re-release this.
They gotta, yes, they should.
Here you go. Oh no, I forgot. That's day one. Blood come on that last.
Yeah, them niggas cold, man. They make you mad that they ain't further than where they are. Well, Luck don't rap no more, like you said. He just do the shit for fun.
Part to come on. What day one? And I ain't heard nothing from them lately.
Nothing. I don't know if he on this new album or not. I don't think he is.
Hold on, Luck about to come on. See the nigga try to run it up before he can crawl. Seen it all. I done seen it all. I done seen it all. I done seen it all. Been broke in and I'm ball. I seen middlemen turn kingpin. I refuse this to that raw. I seen rich niggas let off. I seen real niggas turn fraud. Seen them take the stand, raise his right hand and say judge. I seen it all. I seen a rich nigga fall. Same bitch he giving his all. They sent him up, she ain't give a fuck. She don't even pick up his calls.
Oh, for real. He's an asshole.
See niggas get put on the shirt, wearing a RIP shirt of that boy. And I put this on my dead folks. I seen niggas flip over dead folks. Money don't make you authentic. I met me some kings in the street that was dead broke. I know some niggas with money that can't even go to the block where they
hated that.
See niggas put on for a city, the same place that they get hated at.
Hey,
Go.
that right there. You hear that line?
Yeah.
Last line, Luck say. He said, I seen niggas put on for their city and they city the same place they get hated at.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Young dog. Hey man, we thank you for coming on to the show. Let's give him a round of applause again. Continue to do big things. Don't stop. Don't retire. You know what I'm talking about? And I need my VIP passes, man. You know, whatever I gotta pay, man. I pay like I weigh, but I need I need to be back there where everything
like I said,
cracking at.
Copa, listen, Copa, all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Copa Fridays, brunch on the low. You know what I mean? We started brunch. We ain't gonna say we started brunch. We made the brunch a thing for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Mangoes every weekend at Mangoes. Mangoes Wednesday through Sunday. It'll be open Tuesday through Sunday. We're gonna start doing lunch here in a little bit. We got another. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something else, bro. Because it's Black History Month, right?
Right.
Y'all know the Black-owned BP is at the corner of Wynn and North Bend, right?
Right.
Across the street, Caddy Corner it's a White Castles.
A black White Castles.
you know, we painted that bitch black, right?
Why?
Because it's gonna be Black Castles.
Shut up.
I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
Leave it at that. I'll be watching. Thank you, sir. Again, round of applause for Jrodg. That's what's up. Hey, you know what? We over too, so we gonna end it like we always end it. You know what I'm saying? Tyann, thank you for coming and showing and do your thing. Drinks in your cup. Ivory be back next week. But like we always say, every Wednesday, don't be stuck on stupid and relaxed on dumb. See y'all next week.
I'm just trying to eat, got the recipe. I can't play no games, ain't no testing me. She just love the game, she gon' mess with me. Yeah, I'm like Kanye, let the beats play. Yeah, I just hit 100 on the freeway.
Hey man, that was dope.